The morning after the chaos in the lobby, a strange, nervous energy filled the hotel. Every staff member was suddenly on their best behavior. The same people who'd once ignored Mr. Faisal now greeted him with forced smiles and polite bows. But deep down, their smiles were heavy with guilt. They knew they had judged him unfairly. Amara arrived early, her hands trembling slightly as she adjusted her uniform. It was hard to believe that the man she had helped yesterday was not just a guest, but a powerful millionaire. She still remembered the shock on the manager's face when Mr. Faisal had insisted she become his assistant. Now she had a new badge and permission to accompany him throughout his stay. To everyone else, she was still just the maid, but now she carried a quiet pride that came from doing the right thing. Mr. Faisal was having breakfast in the lounge when she arrived, the air smelling of roasted coffee and freshly baked croissants. As soon as he saw her, he smiled warmly. "Good morning, Amara," he greeted in Arabic. "I trust you slept well?" She nodded shyly, still surprised by his respectfulness. Most wealthy men she had seen in the hotel never even looked at the staff, let alone spoke kindly to them. He gestured for her to sit, which made her hesitate. "Oh no, sir, I can't," she started, but he interrupted gently. "Please, I insist." She finally sat down across from him, feeling both honored and uneasy. They spoke for a while, about her background, her dreams, and how she had learned so many languages. Mr. Faisal listened carefully, not like a boss talking to an employee, but like someone genuinely interested. He asked about her life, her family, and what she wanted to do beyond cleaning hotel rooms. Amara hesitated before answering, her voice soft. "I always dreamed of working in hospitality management," she admitted. "But dreams like that don't usually come true for people like me." Mr. Faisal smiled knowingly. "You never know when life decides to surprise you." Just then the hotel manager walked in looking flustered. "Mr. Faisal, sir," he said, forcing a smile. "I hope everything is up to your standards today." Mr. Faisal nodded calmly. "Yes, quite fine, thank you." But then his tone shifted slightly. "Although I did notice something yesterday, the way your staff treats guests who seem different." The manager froze, a bead of sweat forming on his temple. "Oh, sir, that was a misunderstanding, I assure you. We value all our guests equally." Mr. Faisal leaned back, studying him carefully. "Do you?" he asked. "Because what I saw was not equality. It was arrogance." The words hit the manager like a slap. He stammered, trying to defend himself, but Mr. Faisal raised a hand. "No excuses. Just remember, how you treat people when you think no one is watching says more about you than any policy ever could." Amara watched silently, astonished by his calm power. There was no shouting, no anger, just quiet truth. When the manager finally left, visibly shaken, she couldn't help but smile. Later that day, Mr. Faisal asked Amara to join him on a walk through the hotel. He wanted to see everything: the rooms, the service areas, the staff quarters. He observed how employees behaved around her now that she was under his protection. Some were overly kind, others kept their distance out of jealousy. When they passed the housekeeping area, one of the maids whispered, "You're lucky, Amara. A millionaire noticing you. That never happens." Amara smiled softly and said, "It wasn't luck. It was just being human." Mr. Faisal overheard her and couldn't help but smile. There was a rare sincerity in her, something he didn't see often in the business world. As the day went on, Mr. Faisal began to share pieces of his own story, about growing up poor, working his way up, and never forgetting where he came from. He told her that sometimes life tests people not with failure, but with power, to see if they'd stay kind once they had it. By evening, Amara had learned more about him than anyone else in the hotel. Yet what surprised her most was his humility. He treated everyone, from the bellboy to the doorman, with the same respect he gave her. As they returned to his suite, Mr. Faisal turned to her with a thoughtful look. "Amara," he said, "I came here to make a business deal, but I've learned something far more valuable. That true worth isn't in luxury or titles. It's in the way people treat each other." She smiled, her heart swelling with gratitude. "You've taught me the same thing, sir," she replied softly. Neither of them knew that the next day Mr. Faisal's true identity would shake the entire hotel to its core, because the man they thought was just a wealthy guest was actually the one who owned the entire hotel chain. And soon, everyone who had once judged him and ignored Amara would be forced to face the truth in the most unexpected way.